Welcome to another drill analysis segment from Chiron Performance, where I help coaches design more meaningful practices using the science of skill acquisition so they can learn to win. It's Super Bowl week over in the US, so I thought it would be fitting for this week's drill assessment to cover American football. With that in mind, let's have a look at this week's drill. Here we're watching a video of those unsung heroes of the game, the offensive linemen, being put through their paces on some blocking drills by legendary offensive line coach Dante Scarnecchia. Right off the bat, one aspect of the drill that I really like is that the players are having to respond to the snap of the ball rather than just a verbal command. This is a great example of specificity or representative learning because it's reactive rather than passive. I also like that the offensive players are blocking against real players rather than a bag or blocking sled. Again, this improves the specificity of the drill. The players holding the bags are fairly passive, but again, it beats blocking a sled that doesn't behave like a player at all. I know the video's edited, but there's a fair bit of variety in the drills that we're seeing. Variability, particularly within a skill, is beneficial for promoting learning, even if it does mean that practices might be a little messier. Another thing I really like, and I'm sure it's mainly because this video is from training camp, is the environment they're practicing. You've got a huge crowd watching you practice, which creates a bit of pressure, not to mention the noise. I'm sure for some of these players this is a unique experience and it can only improve their ability to perform when they've got more people watching them during a game. Now on to a couple of areas where there might be opportunities to transform the drill to improve learning. I like that the coach was using the snap of the ball to cue the start of the drill, but wonder if he could mix up the calls a little bit more by changing the cues that he's using just the snap, and manipulating the timing between his cue and the snap to make it a little bit more realistic. An obvious progression for the drill, and I've no doubt that it happens, but we don't see it here, is to have the defensive linemen compete against the offensive linemen rather than offense versus offense. You see it across a lot of sports where you run your offensive players against your offensive players. And I understand why, but I question the benefit of doing so. It's certainly better than doing the drill unopposed, by the way. Another suggestion would be to incorporate some sort of decision-making component into the drills. In a game, the defensive line might be rushing left or right, crossing or dropping back into coverage. It would be really easy to give the players holding the bags instructions that permit them to do these types of things. This gets the linemen thinking about how they need to react when the ball is snapped and coordinating different actions in response to the information available from the movements of their opponent. So in summary, I like that the players are responding to cues that will be present in the game and blocking against real players, although there is some room to improve this. I also like the variety of drills and that the environment they are practicing in creates a fair bit of pressure. Mixing up the triggers to start the drill and competing against defensive players could add another level of variability and specificity. I also like the idea of incorporating more decision-making into the drill. So that's another drill assessment in the books. If you'd like to discuss having your drills evaluated to help you grow your coaching and find new ways to learn to win, get in touch with me through my website, www.learntowin.com.au, or shoot an email to derek@learntowin.com.au.